If you're seeing the GOG Runtime Error 557, don't worry. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the exact fixes that usually solve it fast, especially when the installer fails because of disk space, folder paths, or Windows language settings. This is a common issue when trying to install larger games from GOG, and the good news is that it can usually be fixed with a few simple changes before you run the setup again. If this video helps you out, make sure to hit like and subscribe for more quick PC fixes and game troubleshooting guides. Alright, let's get started. The first thing you need to check is your free disk space on the C drive. Even if the game itself is going to another drive, the GOG installer often uses the C drive heavily during unpacking. A good rule is to free up roughly double the size of the game you're installing. So if the game is around 60 GB, you should clear out about 100 to 120 GB of free space on your C drive before you run the setup file. This extra headroom gives the installer enough room to unpack temporary files without crashing. To do this, go through your Downloads folder, empty the recycle bin, remove old installers, delete large unused files, or move personal videos and archives to another drive. If you have a game library or recording folder sitting on C, that's a great place to temporarily move some files. Once you've freed up enough space, restart your computer if needed, because a fresh reboot can help Windows recognize the new available space properly. Next, take a look at where your GOG setup files are stored. This issue can happen if the folder path is too long, or if it contains special characters, accents, symbols, or other non-standard text in the folder names. The installer can sometimes throw a string range crash when it doesn't like the folder structure. To avoid that, create a simple folder directly in the root of one of your drives. For example, make a folder like C, DOG, or D, Games. Keep it short, basic, and clean. Now, move all of the downloaded installation files into that new folder. That includes the setup.exe file and all of the .bin files that came with it. Don't leave them buried in a deeply nested folder like Downloads, desktop folders, or anything with special characters in the path. The idea is to make the installer's job as simple as possible. After moving the files, run the setup executable from that new basic folder and see if the error is gone. If the problem still continues, the next fix is related to your Windows regional and language settings. Some non-Unicode language elements, localized regional structures, or unusual system language configurations can confuse the GOG installer script. To fix that, press the Windows key, type Control Panel, and open it. Once you're inside Control Panel, go to Clock and Region, then select Region. In the Region window, click the Administrative tab. From there, choose Change System Locale. Set your system locale to English, United States, then look for the option that says Beta, use Unicode UTF-8 for worldwide language support. Check that box, apply the changes, and then restart your computer when prompted. This step can help the installer interpret file paths and strings more reliably. After your PC restarts, go back and try launching the GOG installer again from the simple root folder. In many cases, the combination of extra free C drive space, a short folder path, and the correct system locale is enough to completely eliminate Runtime Error 557. If it still doesn't work, double-check that all the .bin files are present, that the download is complete, and that you're not launching the installer from inside a compressed archive. So to recap, the main fixes are: free up enough space on your C drive, move the installer into a short and plain folder path, and adjust your system locale and UTF-8 settings in Windows. These steps solve the most common causes of GOG Runtime Error 557 and help the setup engine run without crashing. If this tutorial saved you time, please give the video a like and subscribe to the channel for more easy troubleshooting guides just like this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.